Hey everybody, it's Kristen, or you might know me as Go Mango Dream, and we are back for another episode of the Fiercely Fast podcast. Today, I have one of my special friends that I met last year at a meet, and we'll talk about that some more. So, of course, I'm going to introduce her. So, please share with everyone your name, Instagram, just a little bit about you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mal. You might find me on Instagram under The Only Charger. I specialize in police cars. I drive a 2014 ex-Ohio State Trooper Dodge Charger.
Mm-hmm.
And cars have been my whole life.
So now with that being said, that's a great segue into what we're going to talk about next. So we're going to talk about your job. So let's hear about that. What is it that you do on an everyday basis outside of the car world?
There's nothing I do outside of the car world. I ship cars.
Wow. Oh, really?
I do, yes.
Oh my gosh. So how is that? Tell us a little bit about that. Like, what exactly does that even mean?
For me, that means I work for a company that exports cars. We pack them in the containers or sometimes loose on the ship, although I don't recommend that. We pack them in the containers, ship them overseas. We make people happy. Nostalgia delivered.
That's pretty awesome. Like, I have a lot of friends, of course, who are car enthusiasts, and they're always talking about shipping their cars from different states, different countries. So that's actually pretty cool now that I know someone who does this. Okay, just in case I buy like a fancy car, I gotta ship it, I'll know who to call.
It's an absolute pleasure because I get to see so many crazy cars.
Nice.
I get the classics. I get the race cars. I've had Lambos. I've had Bugattis. You name it. It's probably been through one of my warehouses.
What can you say has been even like your favorite car that you've seen doing your job?
We've had a beautiful 50s Chevy Bel Air wagon with red interior. I was so in love with that thing.
Wow.
Another one of my favorites, it was a pretty famous Audi R8 in a custom-made gold-ish color. That went for a trip to Europe.
Very nice.
The owner lives here in the States and just took it for a road trip because why not cruise the Autobahn?
How did you even get into this industry? With the job that you have, I know cars is a passion of yours, but how did you get to that passion? What was it, a family thing? Was it just something that you kind of liked?
It definitely was something that I liked, but I also got inspired by my dad. I was only a few years old, and I would stand on my tippy toes to look under the hood, and I was asking my dad questions of what's in there and what is he doing. He had an old Polish Fiat that kept breaking down, and I was super interested in what's going on there.
Right.
I always loved the idea of a cool car.
No, that's awesome. So with that, like, what made you even choose your car? Because it literally looks like a cop car. And even for your car club, shout out to Jersey Interceptors and all the other states that are a part of it. But what made you even choose that? Especially because there's so many different type of chargers, so many different types of cars. What was it that it's like, I want that one?
There was two factors to that, actually. I'm from Poland. I've only been here for 7 years. Dodge is something extremely exotic in Poland.
Wow.
And I saw somebody import a Dodge, and it was like the best thing in the world for me. I was just a teenager. I promised myself one day I'm going to be driving something as cool as that with that huge engine. I absolutely loved the idea.
Cool.
I didn't even plan on ever coming here at the time, but then I did. And I've been through some rocky shit. I just freshly got divorced. I was driving a $700 beater, and it was time to replace my car. And for some reason, I didn't think I could afford a charger, but I gave it a shot. So I looked on Craigslist like, what are they even going for? And I found it 2008 in black and white. And I was sold. That color scheme was beautiful. This thing, it was just a neck breaker.
Yeah.
I can't say any other word.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
I had to have it.
Yeah.
I had to have it. So that was my first police charger.
That's
and
awesome.
once I drove it for a little bit, I knew I didn't want anything else.
Talk about those emotions, if you don't mind, just, how that just really made you feel to say, I did it.
It was, like you said, it was definitely a rocky time. And I didn't feel quite confident about myself. I didn't feel confident in my life. I was still new here. I didn't know how to go around. And it was absolutely the first thing that I did purely for myself, for my own pleasure. And I can tell you I found myself in these cars.
Can you talk about that even a little more as the progression that you've had?
So as the summer was coming, I finally had my car together.
Awesome.
I found a police car meet posted on Facebook. Just completely randomly found it. People were meeting in Philly. Not too far off a drive.
Yeah.
I went. And it was, believe me, the best thing I did in my life. There was probably
awesome.
20 or 25 of us.
Wow.
That's where the nickname The Only Charger came from, because they were all Fords. Now we have a few more in the group.
Yes.
But for the longest, I want to say for the first year, if not longer, I was the only charger.
So you're the original. You're the original
I'm the
charger.
original.
Okay, see, we got the OG over here in the charger. I remember meeting you at a meet in I think it was like Jersey City, I think. I know it was in a Target parking lot.
Yep.
That's all I remember. I don't remember where. But I remember driving up to it, meeting some of my team members, and I was driving behind one of your cars. Of course, I had no idea. And all I know is I'm like, oh no, they're going the same place that I am. So I'm calling my team members like, hey guys, there's a cop coming to the car meet. Please be careful. Do what you guys, don't act crazy. Come to find out, it's Jersey Interceptors, and it's not an actual cop car.
Always a service.
So let me tell you how nervous I was. I really was nervous to the point where I almost didn't go to the meet because I said, I'm not going anywhere where the cops are. But thankfully, I did go because then I wouldn't have met you. So it worked out. It worked out. But it was pretty nerve-wracking at first.
I remember the first times that we started showing up to local meets, people would get up and leave when we were pulling up.
Yeah. Because it's just a squad
About
of
6
cars.
months later of us crashing those meets, everybody pretty much knew who we
Yeah.
are. So I would just roll my window down and hear, oh, it's Jersey Interceptors.
I think you guys need like full banners so that people just really know it's you coming.
I always made sure to turn on my RGB lights.
What would you say has been your most memorable experience in your car and with your car club? Because I know you guys do so many different things together. Barbecues like how we did last year with you guys. That was a lot of fun. And, what are some of those things, those moments that you're like, I'm really happy I joined this car club?
Especially whenever we get to switch locations and we just all start moving on the highway. Probably the most memorable moment was when we were having a charity event with a few other clubs in Atlantic City.
Okay.
I'm the vice president, so the president had to be there early and set some stuff up. I was responsible for getting the group from the meetup spot down to Atlantic City, which was a nice 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
And at some point we got on the parkway and we're pushing it. And I have 19 cars behind me. The view in the rear view mirror, it just made my heart grow. It showed me that all of the energy that I pumped into this club was definitely worth it.
So is there anything even that you guys have coming up that you might even want to share with the people as far as like events or just even, I know you mentioned before like how you guys do charity events and, things like that. What can we expect from you guys this year?
Definitely some more local cruises for the local members. We're very widespread. We started as 5 guys around a campfire, but now we have over 100 people spread over numerous states.
Yes, yes.
We go from Massachusetts to DC, so
That's amazing.
there is some big events, but most of the events happen locally between the local groups. We can't travel all the time. Not this mileage.
Oh goodness, yes. And gas. These gas guzzlers.
So
yeah.
You'll definitely see a lot of cruises.
Awesome.
I'm planning to be moving this year.
Okay.
I don't want to sit in a parking lot. I want to visit 2, 3, 4, 5 locations over a day trip.
Nice. So first, again, thank you for sharing, all of this information with us. And it's been insightful hearing your story, the things that you have gone through, but where you are now. And I think that is, especially as, woman to woman, I think that is always amazing to see how, we go through things, but we continue doing what we need to do every day. Like we have no choice sometimes, So, so again, kudos to you. And I know there's so much more ahead of you. So I'm really excited. I'm very honored to be a part of this journey with you. So thank you.
I love having you in it.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. So now we are going to switch into the 5-gear question round. It's time. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. So, of course, we have our handy dandy bucket. Every time I say handy dandy, I feel like I'm talking about Blue's Clues. And for all my millennials, Blue's Clues, that was a great show back in the day. So all you have to do is just pick one question and you hand it to me and I'll read it off. And then you can answer with whatever comes to you. So question number 1. Okay. What's the most useless item you purchased in the past year? Yeah, you got to think about that one.
I definitely do. I'm not a person to really purchase anything. So.
You know what? Good for you. Because me, on the other hand,
I'm not much of a shopper, and I just store items in my cart until I change my mind.
So
it probably would be a pair of headphones that didn't work out as I wanted to.
Okay. See, I have a lot of useless items sometimes, because you think you need it, and then when you get it, it's like, I actually don't need this anymore. So stuff
I need all of my money for my car.
Girl, you do, especially the stuff that you do. Yes, you have to save your money for it. But I know it's been worth it, completely worth it.
Oh yeah, no regrets. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Okay, question number 2. Go ahead. All right. What's a popular movie that you can't stand?
Star Wars.
Girl. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry.
I tried once. I totally fell asleep.
Same. I have been waiting for someone to be on the same page. Like, I had one of my friends come on this show before, Baby Yoda built. He's amazing, and he has a Baby Yoda car. It's beautiful, by the way. But I'm like, I never got into Star Wars. I don't even know how to explain it. I've watched one, and I was like, okay, this is cool, but I can't get into it. So I'm happy to know that there is someone else who feels the same way as me.
Also, how does someone get into it from the outside? There's like so many parts, and they didn't air in the order that they were happening. Like,
right.
What do I even start with? Nah, screw that.
Right. Yeah, it starts from like what, the 3rd, and then it goes to the 5th and the 1st, or I don't know. It's out of order. But on Disney Plus, I think they do have it in chronological order, but I don't think I'm still gonna watch it. I don't think so. Yeah, no. I have a Star Wars shirt though.
All right.
But I feel
as long as you like it.
I feel like a fraud because I only bought it because it matched with some shoes that I bought.
Makes sense.
So it was perfect. Question number 3.
You get one from the bottom this time around.
All right, let's see what you got.
So you don't set me up for the top ones.
No, they're all random. I promise I'm not setting anyone up. Okay. If you could pick 3 famous people to be a part of your entourage, who would they be?
Ooh, not good with famous people either.
So, or you could do characters, people from books, movies, whoever. Any type of person is fine.
Any type of person.
I don't know where you're going with this, but yes.
Definitely Sherlock Holmes.
Huh. Okay.
And I need a smart on my team.
That makes sense. Someone who can answer all the questions. Yes. Okay. All right. 2 more. Who else?
Dave Chappelle.
Huh. Okay.
To keep me in a good mood.
I like that. And he will definitely keep you in a
Oh,
good mood.
he'll keep anyone in a
Please.
good mood. Come on.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Dave Chappelle. And number 3. Or we can stick with 2 if you can't think of a third. It's okay. It's okay. These aren't...
All right, I'll stick with 2
We'll
at
stick
this
with
point.
the 2.
I don't want to force it.
I think you have 2 very good ones, honestly. Yeah, someone to keep you laughing, and then, of course, someone to help you figure things out. So I think that is... Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Honestly, I don't even know who I would choose. See, I'm asking the questions, and I don't even know the answers. So I have to think about that.
It's not that easy, especially when it's thrown at you.
It's not. And that's the whole point. That's why I'm over here asking the questions and not the one answering. All right. So question number 4. Let's see what you got. All right. Another blue one. What's something new or interesting that you've learned recently? This is not a hard one. Not too hard of one.
I've been learning about space, and there's many, many interesting concepts about space.
Okay. So what got you into the whole space thing?
Honestly, insomnia. I need somebody to talk to me in a calm voice in order for me to fall asleep. That kind of, keeps my mind off of things, gives me something to gently focus on.
Yeah.
The voice calms me down, so I started listening to space documentaries.
Wow.
In order to drift away. Wow. But the stuff that I was listening to, I would wake up and I would still be curious of what's next.
Because now you're interested. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's actually pretty cool, though, because, you used it for something to help you fall asleep. But then that sparked, curiosity now because you're like, wait a minute. I'm sleeping, but I'm hearing like some cool stuff over here. So that's actually pretty awesome. So what can you say is like your favorite thing that you've learned so far when it comes to space?
Probably all the facts about the stars and what they do and how far they differ in size, in temperature, and behavior. It's crazy how many types of stars do we have. If you look at the sky, they all look the same, but there's so many secrets up there. So it was just something that didn't need visuals, and I could just focus on the voice.
Yeah.
I can imagine the planets and galaxies, right?
Right. And I'm sure that is something nice to fall asleep
to. And now I
to.
can't imagine my life without it.
All right, last question. You made it to the last one.
Whew.
All right, so let's see what you get.
Orange. New
color.
Got
an orange one. Okay. What would you say has been your biggest success so far? This is a nice question to end it off with.
I'll get back to my job on this. Recently got a huge promotion after a very, very short time.
Congratulations! Yeah, that's great.
I'm having a lot of fun at my new job. I'm learning new things every day. I feel very fulfilled lately.
That is beautiful.
This is definitely my biggest recent success.
But congratulations on that promotion.
Thank
Very
you.
well deserved. Very well deserved. Oh, yes. So everybody continue to give her a round of applause. Woohoo! We love promotions over here. We love it. So we have come to the conclusion of a new episode of the Furiously Fast podcast. You did amazing. Thank you for joining. Thank you for saying yes to doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun. I was super nervous coming here. And as you said, it went easier than expected.
That is awesome. No, I'm glad to hear that. No, you did great. So, so again, just let everybody know your Instagram so they can make sure to follow you. And especially Jersey Interceptors too. Stay tuned. So Yeah, just share it real quick.
Yes, please follow Jersey Interceptors. Please follow me at The Only Charger. And I really want to give a huge shout out to West Coast Shipping. You can also follow them on Instagram.
Very
We have
nice.
some cool photos of some cool cars.
Awesome. But yeah, so thank you again for all joining. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell. Make sure you don't want to miss anything. But you'll see me around at shows. You'll see me here, wherever I am. You guys might even see me on the street because you guys have sent me pictures. So I know you see me somewhere. But thank you again for joining, and we'll be back next week. Bye, guys.